actually in the screen?
Yep, you're right in the bullseye middle. And it's recording. I don't like it.
Why?
Because you're not smiling or anything.
Well, I'm not ready to shoot yet.
What's the matter with you? I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
So if you're having as much trouble as poor Curly was here, figuring out what stays and what goes on an off-road adventure, sometimes that can be an adventure all by itself. What do I put in the truck? What do I leave behind? What do I really need? Am I sure I really need that? I'm adding extra weight. Do I need this? Do I want this? Do I need that? Then you go ask someone else and they give you their opinion.
You talking to me?
And that might not have been the opinion you were looking for anyway. So how to cut through all the noise? Yes, it can be very confusing.
Quit wasting my time.
And is it really necessary to spend thousands of dollars on parts and equipment? Do you really need roto packs and an expensive fancy steel racking and everything added to the truck? Just adding weight, complexity, and space? Most of the time, no, not really. So let's see if we can cut through some of that noise and get you down to what you really need to look at. Obviously, these are my personal opinions, and there are as many opinions as there is butts. Everybody's got one, and often they stink. But if you stay with me here, I'm going to give it a try anyway. These are always a matter of conjecture, but I've found at least that these are definitely helpful. So coming across your screen, you're going to see rolling through. And the problem with videos like these is that you'll pretty much often have to go back and pause if you want to make some notes. So I'll include all the text in the description of the video as well. And what you might want to do is just play the whole video through and then go back and pause and replay whatever you feel like you might have missed. So without further ado, let's get started. So I hope this list was helpful and comprehensive without being too daunting. The idea is not to spend really a ridiculous amount of money. I would imagine that if you do any of your own work on your truck, you probably have a lot of these things already sitting around. I usually just put together kind of a go bag and put in the tools that I figure that would be most helpful on a trail and go ahead and bring them along. And often I'll take some of those out and put them back in the garage where they usually reside after the trip is finished. My socket set and soft shackle, tree saver, tow strap, all those items just stay in the large toolbox that I have mounted in the back of the truck. So those I never really unload, but I don't carry most of these items full time. But if you live in a more heavily wooded area and you're off-road perhaps equally or more than you are on-road, it might make sense to keep a lot of these just on the truck on board. So I hope this has provided you some ideas on possibly a few items that you may have overlooked or maybe not thought of at all. Thankfully, I've never had a trail breakdown, so I've never really needed to use most of these items. But the problem with tools is that they're basically just like firearms. You don't really miss them until you miss them. You don't really need them until you need them. So with that given, going to sign off for today. FG out. Everyone have a great day, and don't forget, go out, get her muddy.